You are looking live at RSG Arena at Dunellen. The Rock Ice, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA girls are getting set to take on the Tri-City Eagles out of Maryland. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing you the action on a Sunday afternoon. It's the Rockets versus the Eagles. While not too far away in the New Jersey Meadowlands, the New York Giants are playing the Philadelphia Eagles. So if you've chosen to keep that game on a TV and maybe another game on your device, then we hope that you listen in here so we could bring you all of the action live. Rockets coming off a 4-0 win over the New Jersey Devils on Friday night. And the Eagles coming off a 10-0 win over that same Devils team earlier in the day. The Eagles playing 2 here in a short span and then the trip back to Maryland. So they're hoping to make that trip a little shorter by their performance today. But we'll see if the Rockets have something to say about that. The Eagles are very highly ranked here among the top teams, maybe the top team in Maha. And the Rockets have their hands full, but almost a full bench. There won't be one here for probably a while, but they'll get still used to playing with whoever they got. And Emma Lacey will be backstopping them in goal today. Rockets wearing the white jerseys with black trim, black numbers and red trim around those numbers. Names on the bottoms of the jerseys, black helmets, black pants, white socks with thick black stripes along the way. The Eagles in mainly blue jerseys with orange. That is a stripe that goes all the way across the front and back of the jersey at the chest level, same as the Rockets have in black, but the Eagles have it in orange. They have orange numerals outlined in white. And their color scheme remains similar throughout the bottom of their kit, as they like to say in the UK, which is another word for uniform, the way we call it here stateside and in North America. And we know you could be watching from a multitude of places. It could be Bedminster, Berkeley Heights. It could be Baltimore in this case, or the Baltimore area, and we are glad, no matter which side you are on, to have you with us. We told you about Emma Lacey, number 7. She played in the AGHF All-Star game, as did a number of her teammates on Saturday. And Elizabeth Contrael, number 29, will start for the Blue. Ulrich on the dot, Cook on the left wing, Hansen on the right. Redmond and Matone on D. Liftoff, period 1, Rockets in the white, Eagles in the blue, Tri-City. Here comes Grace Ulrich. She's one-on-one already. Tries to chip it toward the middle. Maybe was trying to keep it toward herself, but was looking for Francesca Hansen. Comes to the right point. Redmond picks it up. Sends it down forward, but Lynn knocked it down. Cook gets it. Shovels it toward the net. Hansen gets there. Gets bumped off. No call. Took a shoulder right there. Comes to the point. Matone tries to send it lower. Lynn is going to get it and skate it up the left wing. Knocked down by Redmond was the puck. Ulrich picked it up. Tries to center it for Cook. She was trying to get it deep, but Utochkin was able to grab it. Eagles send it deep and they will change. Melvin stays on. She's a defenseman but was forechecking. Brought off the wall. Centering feed. Loose in front. And that is denied by Lacey, or it might have been somebody else, but Catherine Gregory was right there, and she took a feed, it looked like from Evelyn Zubak. In front, they got all alone with one defender there, and just didn't get a feed on it, and Gregory has piled up the goals this season, number 7, she's one to watch, a lefty. Just like Menichello, 48 in white, Gregory would be one who's lit up the score sheet, and there she is, Catherine Gregory. She'll go toward the center, but leave it now, and it's on the right side point, that actually top of the circle, that the shot was fired by Sophia Van Loo. It didn't get through traffic. Van Loo picks it up, goes down to Gregory, gets around one, wrist shot, Lacey save, rebound there, but she covers it up. So Gregory gets a little time and space, the two most valuable things in hockey, but the Rockets keep her off the board for now. 15:07 left first period. Rockets in the white jerseys with black. Tri-City Eagles in mostly blue with orange and a little white. Face off on the far side. Cici Nieves over there. She's now out with Hope Menichello and Luisa Rizzo. Menichello on the right wing, Rizzo on the left. Those are the off wings, they say. The righty shot is playing the left wing. The lefty shot is playing the right wing. The center is right-handed. She's number 22. Comes toward the point, and there's Nieves. She picks it up, sends it up the right wing for Menichello. She has to stop at the point, but they get it in, and she exchanges with Nieves. Rizzo jumps into the front of the net there at the bottom of the slot, and she battles with Catherine Warner. Now along the near side boards, the Eagles are going to pick it up. One of the Zubaks leaves it for Warner, who dumps it in. It's Evelyn Zubak. Evelyn is number 8. She's the younger, but she's the taller of the Zubaks. Carolyn is number 4. She's the older and not as tall. Jackie is their mom and one of the coaches. She's the assistant coach. Paul Finch is the head coach, and Scott Krempa, the other assistant. The Rockets are guided by Jeremy Jacobus with Mike Cook and Bob Connolly, with Paul Landstrom helping out as well. Those are your coaches. 13:42 left first period, no score. Sent up through traffic but not out by Redmond. She's got to step up to try to make a play. Connolly's over there. Latour was there for the Rockets in white. Connolly was trying to redirect that one to get to the point. Shot from the point, redirected in front, and there's a goal. So the Eagles jump out on front. In front, Samantha Miller had the wrist shot from the left point. It was redirected in front. We'll see if there's somebody that leads the charge. I'm going to bet it was Zoe Jerva that redirected it there. It might have gone off a rocket, but it looked like it was redirected in a manner in which the offensive team was trying to do that. So that's sometimes how you could tell when a puck goes in off of a defender rather than an offensive player. So we're going to say Jerva with the goal, 11 from Miller. Just under 4 minutes into the game, 1-0 Tri-City Eagles over the Rockets, who have the puck. Redmond chips it out. Hansen uses the body to get there nicely. Cook is in a foot race with Diamond, but Diamond wearing the mask underneath her fishbowl sends it out. Amelia Diamond, 24, in blue. It's retreated back into the defensive zone. Rockets pick it up. Hansen has to wait, does it wisely, waits for her team to get onside. That also allowed Tri-City to get a change there, but you don't want to be offside. And the Rockets do get the puck down, and they force the breakout. Here's Van Loo up to Gregory, 7. Gregory, top of the circle, wrist shot. Kicked away with the right pad by Lacey. The Eagles send it down. It pops off a part of the boards where it jumped out in front, but Lacey saw it all the way, even though she was probably expecting it to clear the boards behind her. Ulrich going to try to chip this one out, does it, but she's hounded by Van Loo. Gains the center line, dumps it in, and the Rockets will change except for Izzy Cook, who stays out there. They go for Gregory, but Nieves picks it off. Menichello gets dumped in front by Melvin. No call. Nieves sends it down low. Fox at the right point, Fox at the left point, Bruno at the right point. Lauren Fox. Bruno keeps it in at the point, shovels it forward for Nieves. It gets through traffic, and it's kicked away by Contrail. Her first test of the game, the first 3 shots. It comes to Menichello. She got free, and she just couldn't handle it right there. You almost never see that happen to Hope. She was either going to shoot it or find Luisa Rizzo on the back door. Eagles bring it out. Van Lowe gains the point on the left side. Gregory had it, but Bruno picked her pocket. She's going to skate it up, chip it forward, and needs a little help from Nieves to get it out. Gregory's in there, gets by Fox for a little bit, but back-checking Bruno saves the day right there for the potent Gregory. Here comes Rizzo. She's going to skate it up the left wing and has to dump it in because Jazuski was there. Yashevsky, maybe? I'll try to go with the Polish pronunciation. Rizzo centered for Nieves, who shot it, and then Menachillo grabbed the rebound and sent it wide. Menachillo goes down into the corner on the far side. They have Gregory back checking all the way down there. They want to make 7 work every bit of that ice, especially defensively. They break out 2-on-2. Zubac's in front. Matone is playing the passing lane. Now she guards the player. Redmond grabs it. She tries to steer it around, but the younger Zubac got it. Rizzo gets it, waits for Jasewski to approach her, then chips it past her. Now she's in a foot race, but sent it a little too far for herself. Warner picks it up, fanned on it as she tried to break out. That gave Cook some time to get in. Rizzo's going to hustle off, and you will see at some point Haley Connolly jump into your picture on the right. There she is just now, but she takes a defensive posture, waits for Lily Latour on the left wing to clear, and Latour hustles after it. Latour forces the turnover. Cook sends it for Connolly in front. Wrist shot. Oh, somebody got a piece. Krempa got a piece just before Connolly could deposit it in. Krempa breaks out on the left wing and dumps it in. 1-0 Tri-City, 9:25 left, first period. They have a 3-2 edge in shots. Krempa moving it out of the corner, looking, but sends it right to Lauren Landstrom. Barbara getting a shot here for this club today. Miller retreats back into her own end and sends it up the far side boards. Bruno didn't have a clean change over there, but Matone was back there. Matone flipped it on the backhand, but nobody was behind her except an Eagle. Diamond, wrist shot, had traffic in front, but Jerva, who I'm crediting with the first goal, couldn't get a piece of it. Near side corner, Diamond's all the way out there. She's, I think, a defenseman. Here comes Ulrich. She might be behind the defense. Ulrich up the left wing. Gets off a wrist shot. Oh, she had the top corner, but shot it over. Centering feed for Cook. Ulrich on the rebound, and she puts it in with the backhand. With 8:28 left in the first period, Grace Ulrich ties it 1-1 for the Rockets. Izzy Cook had one of the shots in there. Elizabeth Contrail made the first and maybe even the second save. It was on the doorstep. And the Rockets have tied it. Faced off and brought into the Tri-City zone by the Eagles. Zubac sends it quickly across. We'll try to give you which Zubac it is. Zubac 8. Centering feed knocked down by Lauren Fox's skate. Good to see her back in the lineup. She was one of the walking wounded on Friday and had to miss that game. So did Nieves, but they're both back here today. Backhanded in by Evelyn Zubac. Picked up, moved out, and up to the point by Miller. Krempa, rather. Centering feed knocked down. A lot of Rockets protecting the house. Hanson, nice play. Chipped it forward for Cook. Found it off the boards now and neutralized. Hanson gains the center line. Sent it forward. Somebody was there from the Eagles. Cook picks that up for a moment. Prevented a breakout. Evelyn Zubac moves in 1-on-2. Tries to get a wrist shot off, but Matone knocked it away. Centering feed, but only Rockets there as they made sure that the streaking Eagle could not get her talons on it. Menachillo picks this one off. She's got Nieves in front. Menachillo wrist shot goes just wide on the right side. Matone picks it off, goes down low for Nieves. She goes back high, centering feed. It goes off of Melvin's stick and skates, but she manages to corral it. Rizzo jumps in behind the play, picked it up for a moment, sent it out now, and it's going to be knocked down with a hand pass. So Redmond knocked it down with the glove, and then Matone was the first one to touch it. So good alert call by the referee right there to call the hand pass. So if you touch it with your glove and you're not a goalie, and it doesn't happen in your defensive zone, the next player to touch it cannot be your teammate. 1-1 here. Rockets and the Eagles. They're Maryland-based Tri-City Eagles. A few miles away in the Meadowlands, it's 21-0 Philadelphia Eagles over the New York Giants, thanks to Andy Menichello with the score update, although I was hoping he would be giving me better news. That might be good news for some of the people watching from the greater DC area who might well be Commanders fans, and if the Giants lose during the Commanders off week, that puts those teams in competition for a playoff spot, favorably going to Washington for the moment. So we'll try to keep an eye on that for you, but you're probably watching on your TV, either this or the football, and on your other device as Lacey makes a save, you're watching the Rockets and the Tri-City Eagles. 6:07 left, period 1. 1-1, Rockets and the Eagles. Jen Connolly, our photographer, who does an amazing job, is the wonderful woman in the white jacket that you see there. Go, if you get a chance, check out some of her photos if you can. She also gets a producer credit for sharing the link and doing everything else. Van Lowe moves in on Fox, sends it through the skates of Fox, but Lacey saw it. Van Lowe picks it up in the corner, tries to spin off Bruno, but Bruno wins the mental and physical battle there. Made a good move that's going to fool most players, but not Aaron Bruno. Miller back into her own end. Samantha Miller wrangles it around the boards for Catherine Gregory, who chips it up. Bruno knocked it down for a moment, but Zubak picked it up, sent it across the ice, was maybe looking for Van Lowe, but Van Lowe eventually picks it up. Looking, she's got time. She was trying to center it, but it went through everybody. Miller pinches in, popped up, and it hits the protective netting over the glass behind the net. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 5:11 left, period 1. Eagles broke out to a 1-0 lead. We're giving it to Zoe Jerva. Hard to actually tell. Looked like she redirected the point shot from Samantha Miller. And then the Rockets tied it up on a goal mouth scramble when Grace Ulrich put it in. And Izzy Cook should get the assist there on the score sheet after a couple of shots that Elizabeth Contrail saved. Centering feed, and Emma Lacey says no way. She just covers it with the glove. Anthony and Regina, our crack staff, handling the iPad score sheet and the clock today, as they do many times. I'd like to give them recognition for a job that is unheralded but vital, and they do it well. Centering feed, and they couldn't get a stick on it. Pinching in, sent behind the net. Comes up the near side. Melvin keeps it in on Kira Redmond's attempt. Redmond gets back there. She has company. There's somebody open. Melvin cheated down, so the Rockets are going to have to watch the pinching defenseman. They are ready to go at any turnover, but that also presents an opportunity for wings to blow out of the zone and get behind the defense. Centering feed and sent at the net by Evelyn Zubak, but Lacey corrals it. 4:01 left, period 1. 1-1. Rockets in the white and black. Tri-City Eagles in the blue and orange. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo and Menichello in the slot. They're the wings. Matone and Redmond, the defense pair. Nieves wins it to Matone. She sends it up toward the near side, but Lynn knocked it down. Lynn exchanges. Lacey had it there, and it rebounded right back to her. The centering feed, she knocked it away with the paddle of her stick as it came in. So Emma Lacey's seeing these crossing attempts, and she's knocking them away, so an open player in front can't get to it, but that one bounded right back to her. Same group there. This time the Eagles win it. Wrist shot through traffic. Lacey saw it all the way, paddled it away. Shots now up to 10 or 11-3 as Menichello tries to stick it by Jasewski. Chipped up. It can't get out of the zone. Now it gets out, so if it goes back in, it's offside, and that's precisely what happens in real time as I'm saying it. Fox and Bruno will change and jump out there for a shift on defense. Rockets typically playing with 4 defenders, and opening and closing the doors for them is their captain, PJ Jacobus, who's been sidelined for the balance of the season, but hopefully we see her back there soon. Nieves knocked that down from Wanner, picked up at neutral ice, but Rizzo picks Jerva's pocket and skates it in. She's going to try to turn the corner, but Wanner forces her outside. Nieves and Rizzo trying to work it. Centering feed. It doesn't get in front. Rizzo trying to work through 2 defenders. Centers it. Oh, couldn't quite get it to Menichello as Jasewski stepped in there and knocked it away. Bruno back into her own far side corner for Menichello. Rizzo there has a step. Had a little momentum, didn't have a step. Nieves picks Van Lo's pocket. The clearing attempt gets out of the zone by Diamond, so the Rockets have to clear the zone with 2:30 left. In period number 1, 1-1. Rockets and the Tri-City Eagles who move it up and out. Gregory for Van Lo. She's going to try to chase that down, but Lauren Fox is going to win that race. It comes up to the point. Diamond blocked down by Lily Latour. She has a break one-on-one, but she's got Menichello as a trailer. Menichello streaks down the middle. Backhand pass. Latour gets dumped. Menichello in front, tied up. 3 Eagles eventually get Menichello stopped. That's what it takes sometimes. Landstrom hounding Van Lo, forcing her to the outside. Doesn't let her turn the corner. Makes a pass. Gregory picks it up. Centering feed. Backdoor. Wrist shot. What a save by Emma Lynn Lacey. She put the glove out there and snared it. That puck was ticketed for the right side of the net. Gregory with the setup. And Carolyn Zubak was probably getting ready to celebrate. I was getting ready to call the goal right there, but Lacey says no. Emma Vezina keeps it 1-1. That's shot number 11 for the Eagles. Rockets with 3 so far, but they've converted 1. And that's a familiar refrain we've seen, where the Rockets don't need a lot of shots on goal to produce their offense. They are very good at quality chances. They don't necessarily need the quantity, although sometimes they've had runs of play here in the last couple of games where they've had 13 of 14 shots in the game or 20 of 21 shots in a game. Centering feed, somebody fired it off, but it went wide. Looked like Alishire trying to move out from the hash marks on the right side of the Eagles. It's sent down. Latour is going to try to chase this down. Melvin has a step on her. Melvin's going to reverse it. And it comes up the near side wall. Rockets were changing, so nobody was out of position there as we have 42 seconds left in an exciting period 1 on a Sunday afternoon from Dunellen, New Jersey. The first snowfall of the season most of us have seen. Picked off. Cook sends it at the net. Bouncing puck nearly found its way in, but Elizabeth Contrael knocked it down with the pads. She didn't know where it was for a second. She was looking around, and boy, she just slammed those pads to the ice in the nick of time. 27.2 seconds left, first period. Ulrich on the dot, Hansen in the slot, Cook on the near side wing. Ulrich won the face-off, but it actually went off of the referee's skate and bounded toward the favor of the Eagles. Hansen picks it off, sends it at the net, was looking for Cook right there, but it was knocked away. Comes toward the point. Fox pinched in. This is going to be Bruno tipping it forward. She was able to keep Taylor Hyan from getting away. Wanner walks down, wrist shot at the buzzer. Lacey got the webbing of the catching glove on it. Otherwise, that one might have found its way in. That would have been a controversial one because that puck was crossing about where the crossbar was at the time the buzzer sounded. It would have been a very, very, very difficult call for the referee to make in real time, to see if the puck has to completely cross the line before the beginning of the sound of the buzzer, not the end of the buzzer. As soon as the buzzer begins to sound, that puck has to be completely across the line, whether it's airborne or along the ice surface. But fortunately for the Rockets, they were not testing the referee on that one, and that is a good way to do it. Let's see if they add another shot on goal here. That one, I would have had that for a shot on goal. A shot on goal is when, if there's no goalie there, the puck would have gone into the net. It doesn't matter which team it comes from. If it's your own team and it goes back there, it would be the last person from the other team to have touched the puck. And that's how sometimes goalies have gotten goals in the NHL and otherwise. It's a rare occurrence, but it does happen. In that case, I would have given Lacey another save, but I think we're probably about having figured it out. 11 for the shots for Tri-City, period one. They're the team in blue. If you're just joining us, the Rockets are the team in white and black. Zoe Jerva, we're giving her credit for the goal to start the game for Tri-City, and Grace Ulrich countered for the Rockets. If you are joining us for the first time, we appreciate it, and we would tell you to hit that subscribe button because these teams will be playing again in less than a month's time at Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland, and as long as everything goes well, we'll be streaming that one to you live. And if you don't get a chance to catch it live, to tell a friend or tell your player if she wants to catch it, this stream or a better copy of it will be available here on the YouTube channel. So if you have the subscription and the alerts button, you'll know when that is going to happen. Lacey now occupies the goal to your YouTube left. Contrail will protect the goal to your YouTube right. The team switch sides. Gregory versus Nieves on the draw. Liftoff, period two. Eagles win it, and Miller bunts it forward, but the Rockets turn it right around. Rizzo was trying to jump in, and if she had gotten past Diamond right there, she might have put a ring on her finger for a goal. Nieves wins the draw, back to Redmond, who sends it in. And it bounds off the end boards, comes out. Contrail to make a play. Nieves tried to center. Rizzo's in front. Nieves for Rizzo again. Minichello's there. Can't get it through all the traffic. Minichello, top of the slot. 4 Eagles converge upon her in the shooting lane. Rockets with good puck movement. Nieves hustling over there. Sends it down for Rizzo. Rizzo tries to center for Minichello, but gets it interrupted by Diamond. Rizzo and Gregory battle for it. Gregory swipes it away, and it comes up to the point. Carolyn Zubak was there, but couldn't get it through. She sends it to Miller, who sends it for Van Loo, but Minichello picks it up at the center circle. Rizzo pressuring Diamond, trying to force her around. She's the last left on her line as the lone forechecker out there. The period of the long change. She's caught on the near side, so can't shift. Matone and Fox, the defense pair. Landstrom and Latour up the middle. And Wing loose in front, but Matone jumped in to get a piece of it. Latour maybe looking to send Rizzo, who bunts it and will curl and hustle off for a change so Connolly could get there. Oh, Latour almost picked off an errantly fired pass. Evelyn Zubak gets in there first and sends it down low. She loses the wheels, and they're going to call a trip on Lauren Fox. So with 50:25 left in a 1-1 game in period 2 from Dunellen, New Jersey, the first power play of the game goes to the Tri-City Eagles, the team in blue and orange, as Lauren Fox gets called for the trip. Landstrom, Connolly, and Latour head off. Hansen and Ulrich replace them. Bruno stays out there on D and is joined by Redmond, the 4 killing it off. Alshire on the dot. Wins it to the near side, but Ulrich was over there to pick it off. Sometimes hard to just get the picture over here. Centering feed, tried to be bunted down. It's still loose in front, still loose. Lacey had the glove on it, no whistle. Still loose in front, still loose. Pushing, shoving, finally a whistle. And the puck stays out of the net. Courtesy of numbers 7, 71, 16, and 9. Ulrich was also down there in case. I think Hansen was able to tie up the stick of Alshire when the net was most open. So Tootie with a big defensive play as a forward, staying all the way down in front of the net. Centering feed, wrist shot, save, Lacey with the blocker. Ulrich's gonna break out shorthanded, tries to get it through the defender but couldn't quite do it. Utochkin managed to hold her spot right there, otherwise Ulrich was off to the shorthanded races. Centering feed, Lacey lets it go by. It was 5 feet in front of her crease. It comes toward the point. Ulrich trying to battle it to get out. Krempa sends it at the net, but her shot attempt was interrupted on the path that she wanted it to take. 57 seconds left in the power play for Tri-City. Rockets trying to kill it off here. They've had the same unit out there for the whole time. One of them, Francesca Hansen, is going to get it. Wheel it back around to the other side to kill off a little more time and see if somebody from her team can hustle it out. Bruno chips it back for Redmond. This unit definitely is a little worn out there, and the Rockets could use a puck freeze. 14 minutes left, period 2. 30 seconds left on the power play. Top of the slot, Wanner knocked down by Hansen nicely. She stepped in and got the stick in her skate on Wanner's stick. Jasewski, wrist shot, knocked away. It's loose behind the net. Comes to the far side corner. Eagles send it to the point. Wanner, wrist shot, knocked down by Hansen. She's going to skate it out. Get it desperately to the center line if she can. She did get it out of the zone. Rockets do get one change. The penalty is about to expire. Flipped up, they've killed it off. Fox will jump into the play right there. Chip it for Ulrich on the exchange. Hansen with a great penalty killing shift. Gets to the bench finally. Out there for all 2 minutes plus a little bit and saved a goal. Moved up through the neutral zone and sent back in offside as Fox was looking to spring Rizzo, but Menichello was a half stride away. 13:05 left, period number 2. 1-1 the score. 11 for Tri-City in blue, 84 for the Rockets in white and black. Menichello picks that one up, walks right in. Wrist shot goes just wide. Moved up to the point, Fox steps in, keeps it in. It goes toward the slot, but a little too strongly for Menichello. Sent right up the middle. Gregory tried to redirect it for Van Lowe, and Lacey comes out and covers that one up before anything else could happen. Good shield defensively by Matone, using the body, playing the player, not the puck. Defense 101, executed precisely. Miller wrist shot, hits off a couple and goes through the bottom of the slot. Van Lowe with it, she'll skate it behind the end line. Looking for Gregory, who gets it. Fires it off the right post. It hit the outside of the post, the part of the post that faces the rear glass there. One-timer centering feed, and Van Lowe puts it in off the feed from Gregory. So Gregory got the puck there on the far side hash marks, and nobody marking her. She's lethal. She's got a lot of points. She's a very similar player to Hope Menichello. Both lefties, both long in the stride, great puck handlers, great shooters, but also great playmakers. And she found the open spot, and she sent it to Sophia Van Lowe, who one-timed it in. 2-1 Eagles, 12:20 left, period 2. Rockets gave one up before, but they countered shortly thereafter. Landstrom picks it up. She's with Connolly and Latour. Van Lowe chips up a loose puck. Zubak tries to send it through for Gregory, but Redmond knocked it away. Redmond reverses it to Connolly's side. Haley's going to get there. She'll not get there, actually. It looked like maybe the puck skipped over her stick. Centering feed. Redmond stepped into the passing lane. as Zubak was trying to find Gregory. Redmond gains the line. Center gains the blue line and sends it in, but the Eagles reverse it. Van Lowe off the breakout from Miller. It's a foot race. She gets there and shovels it over the net. Bruno was hounding her. Comes to the point on the near side. Miller got one offering knocked away by Connolly, but she's able to send it down low with 11:20 left in period 2. And the Tri-City Eagles now holding a 2-1 lead as Lily Latour picks that one up and bangs it off the boards on the near side. Connolly tried to get there. Alshire picks it up. Alshire into the zone. Wrist shot. She might have had the corner, but she sent it too high. Played with behind the end line. Eagles putting a lot of pressure on the Rockets here. Alshire gets it picked away by Latour. Alshire knocked that down. That is not icing. It is a good call. The Eagles knocked that into their own zone themselves. So good non-icing call. The refs have been on top of things. There's been one penalty call. It went against the Rockets, so they killed it off. Centering feed. Krempo was looking for Zubak, the younger. Couldn't connect. Tried to come out of the corner. Comes to the point. This one will be an icing as the Rockets sent that one down. Whistle stops play with 10:17 left in period 2. And an up-tempo game on a dreary-ish Sunday afternoon. The Rockets and the Tri-City Eagles. Eagles in the blue, Rockets in the white and black. And if I keep reiterating that to you, if you get sick of it, don't worry. Turn the football game on or something if you don't want to listen. Wrist shot. Lacey on the fluttering puck corrals it. Wanner was trying to send it toward the net. Izzy Cook got a piece of it and it fluttered right at the goaltender who caught it before it hit the ice. They redo the face-off. Same spot, same group. Ulrich up front with Cook on her left and Hansen coming off a phenomenal penalty killing shift on the right wing. Chipped up the near side boards. Van Wanner will pick that up, sends it forward. Exchange between one player and then the next does not connect. But they keep possession in the offensive zone. Cook over there. She has an assist on the goal that the Rockets scored. Comes to the point, fired through traffic but not at the net. Near side corner battle over there. Hansen picks it up, sends Jasetsky out and fires it for Cook. She's got to beat Wanner. Cook is there. Ulrich's there. The goalie is out. It's shot off the back of the goalie. Where is it? It's under her pads and it doesn't come back out. Hansen was waiting for that thing to pop out so she could tap it in. But Contrail was able to hold on. Ulrich she exceeded the end line and she tried to backhand it to center it. It hit off the goalie. And I thought maybe it was going to hit off of her pads and find its way in, but it got just between the pads and she covered it up. Gregory with a fortunate bounce there off the shin pad. She's hustling right at the net, trying to get a feed from Van Lowe to repay the favor that she did number 7 for number 42 to represent the go-ahead goal. Miller cheating in from the point. Wrist shot blocked away. Nobody covering the point. The Rockets have a chance to break out. Chipped forward by Nieves. Rizzo's on the far wing, but Miller hustled all the way back. Miller turns. Nieves knocks it down. Rizzo's in front if she sees her. Nieves for Menichello couldn't quite connect. Gregory picks it up. Outlet for Van Lowe. She's going to try to get Van Lowe in a foot race every time, but the speedy 42 can't get to it before Grace Matone, 89. Portonove. Battled for at the hash marks. Rizzo picks it off from Gregory, but Diamond sends it back in and hustles off for a change while they have possession in the offensive zone. Redmond was trying to bank that one off the higher part of the glass, but she was about a foot too forward and it goes over the lower glass, so that'll be a face-off. The Rockets will take it. It allows for a change right there, and the Eagles had been able to change in the offensive zone and keep possession. 8:07 left, period 2. Tri-City Eagles 2, New Jersey Rockets 1. Connolly steals the face-off and sends it out. Utochkin sends it up the near side. Krempa over to Alshire, who sends it down low. Zubak knocked it down, now gets it back. Krempa and Zubak. A couple of coaches' daughters over there battling for it out of the corner. Comes toward the front. Knocked down by Lacey! And she eventually covers it up. Landstrom got a piece of that thing. Otherwise, she looked like she was going to try to shoot for the glove side. Landstrom got a piece, and Lacey was able to get down and knock it down with the blocker. 7:34 left, period 2. So we're more than halfway through this thing, and it's been a darn good one so far. Landstrom wins the face-off, but there's a puck battle for it on the half boards at the near side, just out of view. Trust me, it's happening. Krempa's there, Connolly's there, Bruno's there. Alshire picks it up for a shot. Oh, Lacey saw it at the last second, and she gloved it down. Let's see if the cops are coming through that front door to arrest her for thievery, robbery by Emma Lacey. No cops. It's just hockey. And that's what you can do when you're up against a potent team, but you have a star goalie who knows how to make big saves. She was screened, saw that one at the last moment, and was able to get the glove on it. She's had a couple like that so far. Up the near side to the far side boards now. Picked up by Lynn. She tries to center it, but Fox knocks it down. Cheating in from the point. Wrist shot, knocked down. Redirected and covered up on the loose puck by Lacey. Fox was able to tie up her player in front. 6:49, period 2 remaining. 19-5 the shots for the Eagles. They have a 2-1 lead. Wrist shot off the face-off. Lacey knocked that one down. Fox sends it up for Cook. Can't corral it. Ulrich chips it out. Hansen's going to chase down the middle. Jasewski is going to skate it back behind her own net. Hansen makes her go out the other side, which she does. It comes to the point. Fox kept it in there. It was a close call. I thought they were going to call the offside, but they say it's in. Cook battling along the boards. Fox as well. Pinches in a little bit from the point. Ulrich goes to cover it up. Bruno jumps off for a change. Redmond hustles out. It comes up the near side boards. Lynn, that's actually Hyen that picks it up and sends it out and into the Rocket zone. Redmond there looking for an angle, finds Cook, but the right point, Jasewski pinched it in, keeps it at the point again. Rockets got to figure out how to get those pucks that are going to the point cleared instead of kept in. This is one way. Hansen's going to do that. Maybe not. Gregory all the way back from the other side, walking down. Warner, wrist shot. Lacey got the shaft of the stick. Backside. Van Lowe, did she put it in? I don't see a signal. She shot it. And Hansen got there to press her away from the goal just in time on the far side, but Lacey does in fact corral it and cover it. Van Lowe on the back door. She's got one. She was thinking she had a second there. Lacey keeps it 2-1. The Rockets are still in it despite the 22-5 deficit in shots. Centering feed, Matone knocks that away. The Rockets have done the rope-a-dope here often this season when they've need to. Rizzo comes in off the feed from Nieves and sends it down low. Nieves chases it down on the other side, reverses it for Rizzo, tries to walk out, looked for anybody in front, but couldn't connect. Carolyn Zubak gets through one, draws some defense, takes a shot on Lacey, but she had a good look and steered that away with ease. Van Lowe and Gregory exchange. Gregory gets through one, marches at the net. Nieves rebuffed her shot attempt. They both battle for it still. The puck comes to the half boards. Gregory there. Rizzo didn't bite, and Gregory sent it back out. Miller, retreating to her own end, sends it through to Gregory, who bunts it forward and puts pressure on Redmond using the long reach. Number 7 comes out of the corner. Centering feed! What a save by Lacey again! I sound like a broken record. Van Lowe is in front for the one-timer. She got what she wanted on it, where she wanted it. And Lacey, Morgan Wallen's gonna write a song about this kid. What a save. How this game is 2-1 is attributable to number 7. And boy, if the Rockets could ever find that second goal here, they might be able to just completely turn the tide of it. One-timer as the Eagles try to work it in is blocked away. Bruno up the near side boards, Menichello. Utochkin gets it through traffic, only Rockets down low. Nieves got a piece of it. Wrist shot, loose in front, backhand, and another save by Lacey. Lacey whacks Zubak, who was trying to get in front of her and had the elbow up there by the mask level. Ref didn't call that one. One-timer knocked away, loose in front. Rizzo knocked it away from the pinching Miller. Menichello's getting it out. 1-on-3 hounded. She dumps it at the net, and the Rockets are able to change forwards there. Rizzo can't get off, or maybe she wasn't trying to get off there. Sent down, that's going to be an icing, and she'll be able to finish the change and jump out for Latour. So Landstrom will be on the dot. And she's a phenomenal face-off taker. Latour in the slot, Connolly on the near side wing. Bruno and Fox with the stick tap, right point and left point. Fox between the points to start out. Landstrom won the face-off, but the Eagles stepped in. Hyen is going to skate it in, get to the top of the circle and take a wrist shot that goes wide, but Lacey knocked it down. Lynn behind the net, trying to center it. Latour gets it after it hits a couple of skates, then blocks Weiner's shot, and it goes behind the end line. Fox knocks down the centering feed. Hustling over there is Latour, uses the feet to win it. It comes toward the right point. Weiner brings it in through traffic, wrist shot, glove down at ice level by Lacey, and she holds on. Exactly 3 minutes left in period number 2. 2-1 Tri-City Eagles. They have the blue jerseys, the Rockets in white with black. Defense pair change. Landstrom will take the face-off. She's got Connolly and Latour, her forwards, in the slot with Redmond. Matone is the other D. Comes toward the point. Weiner and Landstrom picked that off, sent it up for Latour. Jasewski retreating. Latour picks her pocket. She's got Connolly down the middle. Loses an edge. Oh, she couldn't quite get it to Connolly, who was waiting to see if she could redirect that one in. Sent right up the middle. Hyen had it for a moment, but lost it to the Rockets defense. Ulrich in there. She sends it in. Latour skating in, and she's impeded by Weiner. Sent up for Hyen. Chipped forward. Matone and Redmond pick it up. It comes to the point. Jasewski, wrist shot through traffic. Lacey gloves it down and holds on because someone was there at the back door trying to pounce on a rebound. I think it was Zoe Jerva, who may or may not have the first goal of the game. Miller, wrist shot. Right pad saved by Lacey, directs it to the near side corner. That means she saw it and she's sharp. And if you've been watching the game, you know she's sharper than sharp. Miller races down, banks it out. Hansen picks it up. It's not onside, but she didn't bring it onside. Carolyn Zubak over for Sophia Van Lowe. She has the second goal for Tri-City. Right now, the one that has given them the lead with 105 seconds left in period 2. The Rockets rope-a-doping here a little bit. They have won. They only have 5 shots. The opponent has 30, but they have Emmeline Lacey in net keeping this close. Miller through traffic sends it wide, but Lacey was there. Van Lowe picks it up. Redmond waits for her to make a move and now just approaches her like a quarterback who was pretending that she was going to run and then waits too long and has the defensive end finally converge upon her. Zubak, Carolyn Zubak, backhand shovel pass. Grace Ulrich picks it off. Comes up the near side for Hansen. She's got time and space now. Makes Miller retreat. Hansen brings it up. Keep going until they stop you, Tootie. Wrist shot, save, rebound, shot off the side of the net by Ulrich. Hansen trying to get back in front. Cook is there. Under 50 seconds left. The Rockets have been in their own zone for the most part of this period, and they're going to get a face-off on the icing right here to see if they can tie this game at 2-2 with 38.8 seconds left in period 2. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Menichello on the right wing, Bruno at the right point, Fox at the left. Alshire on the face-off. Nieves beats her, but Alshire jumps into the lane, chips it off the boards for Zubak. Zubak rushing in, poke checked away by Lacey. Rebound, she got it somehow! She kept it out! This is one of the most spectacular goaltending performances you will see all season. How she got back into the net after the poke check, and she kept it out off Krempa's rebound shot. Emma Lynn Lacey is just unconscious right now in that net. Puck freezes as it occupies the netting outside. And because it was sent at the net by one of the Eagles, they pull the face-off outside the zone. Nieves with Menichello and Rizzo wins it. Bruno whiffed on the first chance, got the second chance. Battled for right below us, 6 seconds. Still in neutral ice here. The Rockets will take that at this point. Nieves would have to shoot. She doesn't have time. And the period expires. 2-1 Tri-City Eagles on the goal by Sophia Van Loo, the only scoring of period number 2. 31-6 the shots in favor of Tri-City. And Emma Lacey there with the helmet off. And her goaltending pads, skating now around the gaggle of Rockets. Gives herself a water break. Not even drinking it, just putting it on her back. And she has been busy. 29 saves through 2. And in sequence or out of sequence, we have seen her, and her tandem mate, Arialis Markland, who's sidelined at the moment, make really some spectacular efforts. But this really has to be at the top so far this season. And let's also give credit to the left wing who's playing today, Lily Latour, who came out of, I don't even know if it's out of the bullpen. It's like a position player pitcher. Latour, with the Rockets down, had to pinch hit Friday evening, and in her goaltending debut for this team, pitched a 13-save shutout against the Devils in a 4-0 win. Now she's playing left wing in this game today, and effectively. So the story of the game so far is Lacey. This is the second game in a matter of hours for the Eagles, who had their way with the Devils this morning, 10-0. So a tough weekend for the Devils at the expense of the two top teams in the Maha standings. We'll reset it for you. 2-1 Eagles. They're in the blue. They have a 31-6 edge in shots. So Elizabeth Contrail has not been overly busy, number 29, as opposed to her opposition, number 7 in white, Emmeline Lacey, who now defends the net to YouTube right. Ulrich on the dot, Hansen on the right wing, Cook on the left, Redmond on right D. Matone on left. Liftoff, period 3. Can the Rockets find a way to figure this one out? Lynn gets it. She'll take it all the way around the net. Tries a centering feed. Redmond kicks it away. Hansen hustling there. Had 2 to deal with. Redmond jumps into it. Hansen picks it up, chips it up the boards. Wanner, long reach. A bunch of these Eagles have real long reach. Hansen picks it up, chips it along the boards. Wanner recovers, but the Rockets get possession. And Matone gets it up for Izzy Cook. Cook gets it bounded away by Jasewski, but did enough to get it into the zone for Ulrich. Wanner retreats behind her own net. Number 5 in blue reverses it up to the near side half boards, but Matone wins the battle. Cook now battling in the corner. Matone sends it to Hansen in the slot. Wrist shot, save, no rebound! Good job by Ulrich clearing the way for Hansen. Gave her a little bit of a screen. Tootie waited just enough to pull the trigger there. Otherwise, she would have shot it off her teammate. And 56 seconds into period 3, the Rockets have an offensive zone draw. Nieves will take it. Menikillo in the slot. Rizzo on the left wing. Wins it back to Fox. Wrist shot redirected by Menikillo, but it goes wide. Nieves picks it up, trying to center it. Rizzo on the back door. Menikillo on the front door. Now it's the front door for Rizzo, but that puck trickled through. And Zubak is going to try to get through. Bruno, but she can't. Tried the nutmeg on Aaron Bruno, and she got cinnamon instead. Comes around the end line. Fox chips it off the boards. Gregory trying to pick it up for Van Lowe. Rizzo wins it and sends it for Menikillo. Menikillo's got Miller. Gets past her. Menikillo into the slot. Backhand save. Rebound loose, and she covers it up. Biggest save of the game for Elizabeth Contrail. Menikillo shoveled that puck. Contrail made the save. If the rebound had gone in front, Rizzo was alone for the tap-in, but it never got there. That crew will stay out there. This time, Nieves on the dot, Rizzo on the slot, Menikillo on the half boards. It comes to the point. Bruno through traffic. It hits a skate in front. It was Melvin who kicked it away. This is going to be a 2-on-1. Zubak. Fox got a piece of it. Wrist shot saved by Lacey. That was Alshire, I think. Mary Alshire with a big chance. She's now among the list. Lacey throws the left pad out and covers that one up. Emma Lacey has denied the Eagles more than a pimple-faced kid trying to ask out the prom queen 100 times. This is unbelievable. She's kept her team within 2-1, and if they could ever find another goal, it would completely just change the complexion of this game. The potent Eagles have found all they could handle, and even with that, they still have the lead. Landstrom pressures and knocks down the shot from Melvin. Picked up by Alshire. Wrist shot redirected by Matone at the goal, and somehow Lacey knocks that down. That shot was going to go 10 feet wide. It hit Matone and went in. That's going to be kicked in offside by Landstrom, but nothing she could do about that one. Landstrom had a good shift out there where she blocked a shot with a couple of defenders. I mean, her defenders had stepped up a little bit, and the wings were actually right a little bit behind those defenders. So that was a key block by Landstrom when you go back to rewind that one. Picked up off the face-off and brought in by Hyen. Taylor Hyen sent it down low, but can't maintain possession. Ulrich speeds out, was looking to spring Cook, tackled over there. That's all clean. It's just players colliding, hustling for pucks. Picked up Jasewski. Ulrich picks it off. She's got Cook in front. Can she get it to Cook? Can that puck find Izzy Cook's stick? She's hard to move over there, as is Francesca Hansen. Backhand, left for Matone. She's going to send it for Hansen. A little too much Sunday gravy on that one, not just sauce. Spun around, moving back this way. Picked off again by Ulrich for Hansen. Wrist shot, oh, big save! And now off the rebound. Ulrich is denied. Oh, Hansen, big shot. I thought that one was going in, but Contrail kicked it away just at the last moment. Hansen's had 2 big opportunities here. If they give her a third, they're going to regret it. 13-14 left in the game. 2-1 Tri-City in blue. Face off one by Nieves. Fox through traffic, but it hits Gregory's shin pad. And they try to break out. Nieves won't let them get it out. Comes for Menichello. Neither she nor Rizzo could corral it. Diamond is going to skate it up. How she can see with that mask underneath the fishbowl fogs up even more. That's really something over there. It's a little easier if you have the mask, but with the fishbowl and all that stuff, it's really something. And Amelia Diamond, 24. She's at the right point. Gregory gets beaten by Nieves in the face-off. It's fired up the wing. Rizzo knocked it down. Rizzo can't get past Diamond, but she does get it out of the zone. Van Lowe sends it forward. It comes back for Diamond. Menichello trying to pick that one off. Zubak centering feed, nobody there. Gregory picks it up on the half board, centering feed, knocked down by Nieves. She's got a little room. She finds Menichello, banks it off the boards, just a little too much angle on there, and the speedy Miller, Samantha Miller, is able to get back. Menichello picks it off. She's got Rizzo in front, trying maybe for a wrapper. A wrist shot off the outside of the net. Van Lowe goes all the way down to get it. That means the Rockets defenseman can pinch. She's a winger. She's all the way down there trying to corral it. Centering feed. It goes back down low off Bruno's knock. Miller picks it up. Hounded by Nieves. Rockets taking away time and space. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Matone back. Van Lowe, wrist shot, knocked away, and it goes wide. They play with it along the end line. Van Lowe looking for somebody up the middle, but Bruno now hounding her. Van Lowe still with it. Sends it for Carolyn Zubak. Picked off for a moment, maybe. No, Van Lowe has it again. Now for Zubak. Centers for Melvin. One time. Knocked down by Bruno with the stick. Latour pops that one up. Latour trying to spring herself. Melvin steps in the way. Latour tried to run through her. Couldn't do it. The puck was there. Good non-call. It would have been interference. And they are calling it. Oh, boy, this is going to be a terrible call. The puck was there. Latour was entitled to it. 6-on-5. They have the goalie out as the penalty is a delayed penalty. 6-on-5 for the Eagles. Rockets need to just grab possession. It looked like they might have had it there. One-timer Melvin on the wrist shot rather goes wide. Rockets touch it up and they'll be short-handed. Boy, that's a tough call in a game where they really haven't called much. Latour was hustling for a loose puck. The puck was there. She was playing the puck. The player stepped into it and I think they called maybe a roughing or an interference. There was they let a couple of these go that were similar, and that's the only reason why I'm a little dubious with the call there. But there was contact, and now with under 11 minutes left, the Eagles have a power play. Lacey save off the wrist shot, covers up the rebound. Battled for in front after, a little pushing and shoving. Alshire over there, and she gets the welcome to Joyzy treatment from Redmond and Matone. Ulrich up front with Connolly killing it off. Wrist shot from the point, they score! Lauren Jasewski with a power play goal with 10:44 left in the game, pushes the Eagles lead to 3-1. She took the puck off the face-off from the left circle, and she found the top left corner above the right shoulder of Emma Lacey, who's been just absolutely brilliant. So shot number 35 results in goal number 3. The Rockets won't quit. Let's see if they can get one back quick. Menichello hasn't had much room today. She doesn't need much, though. That one's sent in offside, and Redmond admonishing herself worse than any coach ever could. for the offside there. And that's what happens sometimes when you're down. You'll try to press a little bit, and you'll just try to make plays and not use some time and space. That's why the game is played by human beings, and stat sheets and analytics and data don't just always dictate what you're seeing. Latour jumps on the left wing now with Menichello and Nieves. Tries to get it there, does Nieves for Latour. Latour goes to Matone at the point. Matone backhands it in, but it's picked off by Lynn. Lynn's going to skate it in. She's got Jerva behind her and somebody open on the left wing. Lacey knocks that shot away and sends it to the far corner. Eagles trying to set up here. They have a 3-1 lead now on the power play goal. Centering attempt is knocked down and covered by Lacey. .56 left, so time typically not a factor in a 2-goal game until we're down to, say, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Usually in a 1-goal game, we'll say a minute and a half. Gregory on the dot, hounded by Cook, sends it to Melvin, who goes back down to the half boards for Gregory. She fired it at the net, and it's a right pad save by Lacey. Trying to get it through traffic. Utochkin broken out now. Landstrom's going to see if she could outskate Melvin, but Melvin had a couple of steps on her. Landstrom's still hounding now. That was Cook, rather. Sent down, no icing. Not sure why. The Fox trying to get through Gregory. Zubak picks it up there. Hansen trying to chip it up the boards, but the left skate of Melvin said no. Or rather, Utochkin. Bruno is going to try to make a rush here from her defensive position, and that's maybe what you're going to see here from the Rockets. They have 8 shots and 1 goal, and they might have to get a little bit more aggressive, and sometimes that's going to leave you open behind a little bit. Wrist shot, Van Lowe goes wide. Gregory picks it up, trying to center it for Zubak. She can't get it through. Wrist shot by Wayner is blocked away. Still down low, sends it at Lacey, but she covers it up with Van Lowe on the doorstep. .37 left, period 3. Rockets trying to solve a 3-1 deficit. Landstrom on the dot, Rizzo and Connolly, the forwards in the slot. Landstrom wins the face-off, but the Rockets don't get possession. Backside shot. Evelyn Zubak was the one who fired that one. Connolly chips it for Rizzo, but she's hounded and surrounded by 4 in blue. Trying to make the forecheck there. Bringing it through neutral ice and into the offensive zone is Krempa. Didn't get an easy entry, but she did get it in. Circling through the points, wrist shot. Lacey catches it with the Rockets logo across her chest and never lets it hit the ice. Now down to 8:01. The Rockets have the potency to solve this deficit on a day that has been the first snowfall that most of us have seen here in New Jersey. Centering feed was knocked away by Nieves. Goes right through the crease. Lacey let that one go because there was nobody there for either team. Lim gets bumped off by Redmond, and that's going to be a penalty. And Redmond just laughing it off there, but she doesn't want to go in the box with her team down 2, but you have to play your style, and Kira is a stout defender, and typically the lower center of gravity player wins. And in that case, she did. But at the expense of 2 minutes. Cook and Ulrich up top. Cook knocks that one away. It's a foot race. But Miller was able to keep it forward. So the Rockets, the task growing larger. Van Loo was offside over there. And there was a collision with Bruno. And Miller, it looked like, lost a stick, lost a glove. Miller picks up Bruno's stick and hands it back to her. She's giving the tripping signal over there, but after an offside, so there was no, that technically the play did not occur. Maybe if it was a roughing, I could have called that. Cook and Ulrich up front, they're going to try to take any chance they can if there's a sure-handed opportunity. Wrist shot through traffic, knocked away, comes to the near corner. Van Loo sends it for Gregory, who's just looking. Back to Van Loo, one-timer score. Not even a one-timer, but she gathered it, she wristed it. Lacey was down, Van Loo deposited it into the top right corner of the net. 4-1 Eagles with 6:55 left, another power play goal. So 3 power plays, all have gone the way of Tri-City. The last 2 have converted and really changed the course of this game. The Rockets' best chance really was when they were down 2-1 in the second period, and Lacey was making a series of just absolutely unreal saves off of point-blank shots and sequences, really. And they had 1 or 2 chances maybe to tie up the game there and really put their opponent in a bind, but now the task hath grown tall. That one sent in. That actually looked like maybe it should have been onside. I don't know if a Rocket had sent that back in, it should have been onside, but it looked like maybe it was an Eagle. 40-8 now the shots for Tri-City. They're the team in blue and orange. The Rockets in white and black. Up to the near side wing, Rizzo. She doesn't have room as Melvin was there to cut off the angle, so she sends it down low. Picked up by Melvin, reversing it. Rizzo and Menichello trying to hound over there, but Melvin gets it through enough. Sent to the point. Matone picked that one off. Alshire got tied up in Matone's stick, but not a tripping. Just good D. Really initiated by Alshire, so it wouldn't be a trip. Centering in front, Rizzo pounded at it, but a pad save by Contrail. Zubak chips it off the boards to herself. Centers it for Krempa, but just a little bit too much. Centering feed, Lacey knocks it down and covers it up. 5:53 left. Rockets now, for sure, are going to be looking to take some chances. See if they could get it back to 4-1. Maybe they'll get the benefit of a power play. We've seen it so many times this year. It hasn't happened now in a few weeks, but the Rockets have had a litany of games in which they've only been penalized and they haven't had power plays, or the power plays have been lopsided one way. And 3-0 is not egregious, but you'd think maybe 1 at some point would go your way. But that hasn't been the case. Eagles bring it in. 5:25 left now in the game. Rockets trying to solve a 4-1 deficit. There's Matone getting dumped right there, and it's not called. So it hasn't gone the way of the New York, New Jersey area teams today against teams called the Eagles, at least per last update. And if Andy Menichello hasn't given me another, as Haley Connolly tries to come in, dumps it. It's going to go at net, so Haley will get a shot on goal there, or at least she should. Ulrich picks it off, keeps it in for a moment. Hansen picks it off, has to wait for Latour to get onside. Uses Bruno, who could see much better what's going on, to get it in. Bruno will pursue. Hansen covers the point. Cook comes down off the change. Hansen jumps in from the point. Hansen through traffic, got through 1 or 2, couldn't get through the third. Cook fires it toward the net, but Zubak blocked it down and moves it up and out. Rather, that is not Zubak, it's Warner. Fox hounded by Van Loo, sent up the near side hash marks. Warner, centering feed. Gregory was trying to get a piece. Hansen, nice chip, seeing if she could spring Ulrich. She's going to have to trail her as Ulrich has to dump it in as the Eagles are back checking with preciseness in this one. Under 4 minutes now, so it is definitely desperation time for the Rockets with a 3-goal deficit. And they're not against an opponent that is going to be friendly of them taking chances. Gregory, she'll pick it up and send it along the end line to Van Lowe. Those two with Carroll and Zubak have been the death of the Rockets here at the top line, and especially on the power play. They've kept Gregory off the goal sheet, but they haven't kept her off the score sheet. 3:28, period 3. 4-1 Tri-City Eagles over the New Jersey Rockets. We thank you for tuning in, no matter where you are from. Nieves on the dot. Now, Ulrich jumps out there to take a shift with Nieves and Menichello. Typically a center, but speedy. Nieves had gotten that, she thought, out of the zone, but Diamond managed to keep it. Shot and saved by Lacey, and she covers up. With a 3-1 deficit, you're a little less likely to pull the goalie, even if you get an offensive zone draw. If you're down 2, it's a little bit of a different story. Nieves on the face-off won it. Menichello going to try to jump and see if she can whack that puck to Ulrich, which she does. And they beat Wanner to it. Utochkin sends it around the end boards. Nieves trying to get there first, but Krempe is there rushing back into backcheck. Alshire sends it forward. Zubak knocked it down with a high stick, no call. Ulrich chips it out to Menichello. She might be behind Utochkin. Niftily gets by one, gets knocked down, and let's see if this is a penalty shot. Center, let's see, is Lacey not going to the bench? And they knock it down to the Eagles, and the Rockets have their first power play. Menichello was clearly ahead right there. You don't have to be on a complete breakaway to get a penalty shot. That's one thing. You just have to be behind the last defender, and if the defender reaches from behind to make an illegal play, then you can call a penalty shot with the player unobstructed. That one would qualify, but instead they call the penalty, I guess for a hook or a trip on Mary Alshire. So the Rockets, with 2:27 remaining, have their first power play of the game. We'll see with the offensive zone draw if Coach Jacobus, who is talking to Emmeline Lacey, decides to just start it out 6-on-4. They typically have not done that, but if you ever really were going to do it, it's maybe advisable, because even if you lose the face-off, with the 2-player advantage, you can sometimes keep the puck in the attacking zone. My sense is that she's going to start maybe at the hash marks, and if the Rockets win the face-off, she'll hustle off, and we'll see which group is out there. So Elizabeth Contrail has faced 8. She stopped 7, and now she's going to face disadvantage numbers for the first time in the game, with 2:27 left, and her team trailing and winning 4-1.
Question from the audience, why wasn't that a penalty shot?
So the question from the audience is, why wasn't that a penalty shot? Those of you listening at home already have that answer. But it's a judgment call by the referees. And in this case, typically what will happen is, because the player was slowed, they're less likely to call it. And you can see Lacey is going to stay in net, and Ulrich, Ulrich looks like she'll be the player that will jump on. Hansen now will stay in the slot with Nieves and Menichello. And Lacey is firmly between the pipes as the Rockets commence their first power play. Hansen on the outside, sends it to the right point for Redmond. Wrist shot through traffic, redirected, popped up, loose in front, Hansen puts it in! was 2D time in time. A power play goal for Francesca Hansen has knocked the deficit down to 4-2 with 2:09 remaining. So the Rockets get set on the power play. They don't need to pull the goalie to get it, and it's the third power play of the game between the two teams. 2 for the Eagles. That now represents the difference in the game. We'll see if Lacey is going to jump off at any point if the Rockets can get possession. Top line out there for the Eagles, and they want to keep that puck in the Rockets zone. Rockets knock it down. No quit in New Jersey. Here comes Hansen. She just got it to 4-2. Let's see if she could do more damage. Zubak picks it up. 1-on-3. Rockets back checking. Lacey's going to come out and just cover that one before anything else can happen. 103 seconds left. The Rockets are down 4-2. Against any team, it would take a heck of an effort. Against the team they're battling today, it's going to take something really special. But they're going to try. Connolly on the dot, Rizzo and Latour now, the wings. Fox, Rockets are going to try to get behind the D here at any cost. Knocked down by Zubak, no call. They called that one against Redmond before. Bruno tries to send Rizzo to the races. Rizzo's behind the D, but she doesn't have the angle. She has to dump it. 1:20 left. Let's see if Lacey exits the pipes. That's going to get sent down. Lacey's going to let it go, and that's going to be an offensive zone draw on the icing. Rockets will send out Ulrich, Hansen, and Minichello. They will send Lacey to the bench. An attack with 6. Fox, Nieves, and Bruno, the other 3. Alshire, a big face-off for her team. 6-on-4, empty net. 72 seconds for the Rockets to figure out how to solve a 2-goal deficit against the top team in the league. They've been outshot 42-10. They've refused to die. Utochkin with an elbow to Minichello in front, no call! They've swallowed the whistle. Comes to the near side, point. Ulrich has to retreat in front of her empty net with 50 seconds. The Rockets could well be on a power play here with what happened in front. Sent at the net, caught but not corralled. It nearly found its way in. Sent up to the point. They're going to take the shot at the empty net. Carolyn Zubak waits, shoots, and scores, and that's going to do it with 27.7 left. 5-2 Tri-City Eagles over the Rockets. Now it's just a matter of what the final tally will be as Carolyn Zubak hits the empty net. She waited to get across the center line. The Rockets could finally have a complaint there with the refs. Minichello was just absolutely decked in front with the puck being nowhere near there. And, you know, when it comes down to these final moments, you're looking for any break you can get, especially when you haven't had the benefit of the majority of the power plays in the game. But refereeing not really an issue in this game. As we play out the final 7 seconds, they're going to let that icing go, and that will do it from the Rock. The Rockets made the Tri-City Eagles fight hard for that one, but despite the incredibly heroic efforts of Emmeline Lacey, who will end up with 37 saves on 41 shots against, 1 empty netter, the Rockets fall 5-2. Goals for the Rockets by Grace Ulrich, and on the power play in the third, Francesca Hansen. The teams shake hands at center ice. The Eagles will now hopefully safely head back to the greater DC area and Maryland and parts thereabout. We want the weather to cooperate for our girls and their families and friends to have a safe trek back. They walk away with 2 wins on this day and maintain their top spot in Maha. The Rockets with a valiant effort, end up getting outshot 42-11. And they fall to the Eagles. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and when we update content here, like perhaps if we have it, a cleaner copy of the game, or a coach interview, or if you want to check out the archives, where you might see way back where your team, if you're from the opposite side or you've played against the Rockets in one of these games at some point, you can go find those in here as well. Hit the subscribe button and the alerts button to make it nice and easy. We welcome everybody from all sides because these are our daughters, our granddaughters, our great-granddaughters, our nieces, our sisters, our friends, our cousins, and if we are watching on demand, ourselves. And thank you to the referees spending their Sunday afternoon making sure that U19 AA girls hockey happens today. That will do it. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets girls hockey.